Hi, my name is Nikki Naik, and I am one of the co-founders of DISI Dance Convention. So we started this group back in late 2015. That's when the initial planning stages begun, and from there, it was really just an event that we wanted to create where people came to dance in a very non-competitive setting. And I think from there, it has grown to be something much, much bigger than that. In our first year, July 2016 in Atlanta, we hosted about 80 people, 80 to 90 people. In our third year, we had over 230 people in attendance. So those numbers just show you that the word spread throughout our Desi Dance Network community, and people were really interested to come, whether it be to meet up with other people or to learn from our selection of choreographers. There are just so many options that just bring this group together to come and dance. One thing that, as builders of the event, we really try to stick to is our mission and vision. And I think our biggest statement in our mission is building a safe place for artistic and creative growth to happen. The convention is a lot more than just a series of classes. It's a place where people come together to create side events, side music videos, photo shoots. We host our own music video at the end of the event as well. And so I think it's so much more than just a series of events. When we start our convention weekend, we always started off with a Friday night mixer. Because the event is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday event, we start with the mixer on Friday so that people can get to know each other. We don't just throw them into a bunch of classes. But the really big importance of having that mixer first thing is so that people can come together and either network, meet with new people, or meet with people that they haven't seen in a while. Because essentially, the people that they're meeting with are their competitors. When they meet up during the academic year, they meet up as competitors on opposing teams, for the most part. And so when they come together for the convention, it's really, really nice. And you can kind of see this like stress that's just lifted off of all of them, because when they're coming for a convention, they know they're coming to have fun and to learn and to grow as dancers together. And so I think that is something that's really amazing to see and to watch as builders on the outside. And that's something that's kind of done organically. So Saturday, when we select our guests of honor and our instructors to come teach or host panels, we really keep in mind that we want to have a very distinct variation throughout our event. We want it to be an event where people of all dance backgrounds and of all skill levels are able to come in and walk into any classroom and feel like they can fit in or keep up with the choreo, or really just resonate with the instructor and how they teach. And so when we do that, we take some time to look at what the choreographer does, look at their experience as teachers, and then we also kind of push our mission and vision towards the choreographers as well, because we want them to know that this is the type of setting that we are trying to create. We are trying to create a strong community at our conventions. And it works really well because it just makes a safe and positive environment for everybody. The convention stems from an organization that was started with South Asian dancers primarily. And I think what's really, really great about this convention is we're a lot more than that. Especially in our third year, we were able to tap into various genres of dance that are not limited to South Asian styles. We have really organically tapped into this idea of expanding in terms of diversity. And I think that's something that's really resonating with our attendees and bringing in just people of all different cultures, ethnicities, um, various different backgrounds. And, that's something that as builders, it's really heartwarming to see because for example, we can have a class that is a contemporary class, but it'll have the technique and the ideals of what a contemporary class usually is. However, it'd be played to Bollywood music. And I think with that, people are able to come in and feel comfortable because it's perhaps it's a style they know or it's a style they're able to count. The only thing that could be foreign to them is the music. But I think that's something that we are really working on and really striving for is more diversity throughout our selection of instructors and panelists. I personally believe that our biggest challenge and greatest achievement is inclusivity. I think as a challenge, it has become a lot more difficult to really grasp the entire group. And what I mean by that is, in year one, we had 80 people attending. So even as organizers on the outside that weren't taking all the classes and weren't with the attendees all day, we were able to really mingle with people, build personal connections with them. And, it was a lot easier because it was a smaller setting. And I think, with our larger group in this past year, it was harder. It was harder to build and establish those personal connections just because there are so many people. While, it's hard for us as organizers on the outside, we still know that on the inside, these connections are still happening. And I think that's what keeps us going is that they are really getting something out of it. Inclusivity is one of our biggest achievements to date, in my opinion, because of what we're able to offer as an event now versus what we were able to offer when we first started. When we first started, we had limited classes and I think we had only 3 panels. So the variations of schedules, they weren't too varying, essentially. And we didn't really have all the resources that we have now to be able to make it such an elaborate event. That year, we had a team of DJs, we had a team of photographers and videographers, and we had our instructors and a few panelists. But this past year, I think something that's really cool in terms of diversifying our selection and really including all different aspects of the arts was, we were able to hold so many discussions apart from dance. We were able to hold discussions where DJs were able to talk with other DJs, where graphic designers and people working digital media were able to talk with other folks in that realm, where people struggling with mental health were able to talk with other people that could possibly be struggling or wanting to be that help for them. One thing Shruti and I have always done, and I think that, I don't speak for both of us, but we believe in is making sure that our board understands the entire mission and vision of the event so that they're able to make sure that the event is, a carbon copy of that. And so, what we do, or what we've done as directors and as board members and steering members this year, is we've encouraged positivity and encouraged collaboration from all different aspects of the board. The board is, a set of people that while they have their specific roles, it's not limited to their specific role by any means, because we believe that opening it up and making sure that projects are collaborative first offers more ideas. It's just a bigger pool of ideas. And second, it just kind of builds each other up because they're constantly working together. So once, they kind of grasp the idea of DDCON and what it's all about and the idea of collaboration and community, I think those are two big things that we push for. They're able to take that come convention weekend and really make sure that our attendees are also feeling that same way. We make sure that our board members are always offering positivity towards our attendees. We're always knowledgeable. We're always there to help. And we're always there to offer and find solutions for people that may need them. So I think that really plays into the idea of community and what we're able to offer as an organization and how people are able to walk away satisfied and happy and wanting to come back for other years. DDCON is a really special event for me personally, and it has reached out to me and touched me in such a special way. And it's honestly, I struggle with the right words to explain it because it is so important and it's so valuable. I think one of the most rewarding things as an organizer, granted I have a totally different experience than the attendees do, but as an organizer, I think the experience that I have is something that I wouldn't want to trade for anything else. I have been able to build so many personal connections and network with so many other different professionals in different industries that could potentially tie in with my background in digital media and journalism. And a big one is, working with Shruti and working with my co-director. The two of us having the same vision and mission in our minds and hearts as the organization itself does is really important and has developed our relationship and made a very strong friendship that is quite valuable. I'm able to see firsthand connections being made, whether it's participant to participant, participant to instructor or panelist, whether it's from our media team watching and taking shots and doing what they love, or whether it's from our sponsors that are able to connect with our attendees. I think there's just so many different parts of the convention, and it's just being there in the moment and watching it all happen. It's something that happens organically. Like I was saying, it's not something that we have total control of, but it's something that, we're able to give all the resources and tools for our vision to happen. And you kind of just watch it unfold, and it's just an incredible and heartwarming experience just to see how everyone just meshes together and becomes one community.